He's been great. I think he's a guy that he doesn't act like a rookie, I think would be the best way to say it. He's a pro. He stepped in right away, took a liking to special teams, and he's going to play phases for us. He's going to play a good amount of reps each game, and depending on how much he plays offensively and in their plan, I'll kind of counter off that. But yeah, he can play 4 phases. He's a stud. He's a really good player, has all the tools. He cares about it. It's important to him, and like I said, we're excited to have him.
He seems like he has that edge where he kind of likes the physicality, likes going down and being able to unload on somebody.
Yeah, he's got the toughness. That's the biggest thing. He has the toughness, the strength, the speed. It's all built into one, and then the ability to do it from the offensive side of the ball, from the tight end position, is kind of unique to be able to go down and make tackles and be a physical presence. So, like I said, it was a great pick for us. I know he's done a good job offensively, but for me, he's been fantastic.
The new kickoff rule, it looked like teams were trying a few different things throughout preseason. With a returner like Jamal Agnew, have you decided how you want to kind of handle that, or is that a week-to-week, how the other team approaches it kind of decision?
Yeah, I think it's something we've talked about all offseason, kind of what it looked like and what we'd see. With Ags, obviously we want the ball in his hand. So we'd love to play traditional ball where you just go down and get some normal kickoffs. But we have to expect some of those alternative kicks and squibs and some of those other things. And there wasn't a ton of that. There was only one fair catch in the preseason. Maybe that'll be up more. Will be a big part of what we do. No, that's not what we do. We'd love to play normal ball. But there may be a situation where we do. Dewey's the best. He's been a leader before he had the C on his chest. Now it's official, but he's been doing that stuff. And I would say he's been a huge leader in our room in special teams, leading those guys not only by example, but by leading those guys by encouragement and doing all the right things at all times. He's done that with the team. I would even give him credit of being one of our best team leaders, not just special teams. I think we don't know what's going to happen, to be honest with you. I mean, I think nobody was showing their cards in preseason. We may see some more stuff this week, some different wrinkles, and we'll have some wrinkles. Will we see it this week? Who knows? But we're going to definitely have some answers and some different wrinkles that we can throw in. It is maybe an effect if somebody is fair catching a bunch. We want to play ball. We want to cover kicks. We have a big advantage, we feel. In kickoff coverage, we have a great group. We got a really good group that wants to cover kicks, wants to set the tone, set the momentum. So I think we'll want to cover kicks as best we can. If we have to do alternative kicks to encourage or discourage the lack of fair catch, then we will do that.
I think Caleb Johnson led you in special teams tackles a year ago. How important is he on some of those coverage units?
He's great. He was one of the best in the National Football League. He ended up, I think, second or third in special teams tackles. So he's a really good pickup at the end of training camp. He came in right away, fit in, cares about special teams. He's big, strong, and he can run. So he does really good, and he's a big part of what we do. And he does a good job at linebacker, but he is a fantastic special teamer. He's one of the better in the league.
How do you replace? You had a pretty good gunner who's not going to be on the active this week. How do you replace what he was able to do for you in the punt cover?
Yeah, Clay Brooks has done a really good job over the last few years for us, and it is tough to not have him out there, but we have a bunch of guys that can step in and do it. We have a bunch of guys. Tim Jones has really stepped up. DT can do it. We have a bunch of guys that we may have in the rotation as well. That potentially could be out there. So we're going to see who can do it the best on Sunday.
How do you work with Brandon McManus? I mean, he's a veteran kicker. He's been there, done that. Do you have to kind of pick his brain on different things that he likes when he goes to these places in comfort, or are you already at that kind of point with him already?
I have a great relationship with Brandon, and we talk all the time of how can I do a better job of coaching him, not only him, but across the group, across the whole team. He's been through many talented special teams coordinators, and so he's a smart guy that I can learn from a ton, not only on the kicking game, but across how you treat the players and what are things you did and what did Joe D do for him back in the day in Denver, and all those little details of that I could pick up on, I always pick those guys, Brandon, especially Brandon, who's as smart as he is.
Are there any disadvantages playing in a dome, or is it all an advantage because there's no wind element?
That's probably an advantage. You know, it's more true kicks, I would say. It's more true kicks. You don't have the wind factor. You know, in some of these stadiums that, you know, it blows pretty good. It definitely can affect the kicking game, not only on the different sides of the field you're kicking into on field goals, but kickoffs, it's a bigger deal too. So I think it's just more of a true game. You're going to see natural balls kicked, and you can kick your best ball, you know, whatever that yard line is.
Does grass and turf factor in at all?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there's some guys that, so, you know, especially kickers, they would probably prefer to be on grass. So that definitely is a factor. But I think ultimately when it's indoors, you know, you got turf. It's a set, you know, set yard lines on our field goal distances that'll be very similar. Anything else? Appreciate it.